They may be tiny, but don't let their size fool you. Europe has built some of the smallest, strangest, and most unbelievably capable tractors ever made. These mini machines squeeze into places full-size tractors can't even dream of it. Steep vineyards, narrow orchards, tight barns, tiny farms, and mountain paths where one wrong move means disaster. They're quirky, brilliant, powerful, and way more capable than you'd ever expect. Get ready, because these are the 10 European tiny tractors that will absolutely blow your mind. Number 1. Antonio Carraro Mach 4. If there is one tiny tractor that looks like it rolled straight out of a sci-fi movie, it's the Antonio Carraro Mach 4R. At first glance, many people mistake it for a miniature military tank or an experimental prototype, because this machine doesn't follow the normal rules of tractor design. Instead of 4 wheels, it rides on 4 independent rubber tracks, giving it a footprint so stable and so grippy that it can go places even full-sized crawlers fear to enter. And what makes this mind-blowing is that all this capability is packed into a machine barely larger than an ATV. Powered by a punchy 74 HP Kubota turbo diesel, the Mach 4R isn't built for brute pulling power alone. It's built for control, stability, and pure terrain domination. The Actio time articulated chassis allows the front and rear frames to flex independently, keeping all 4 tracks glued to the ground even when the terrain is uneven, slippery, muddy, or dangerously steep. Imagine driving a machine across wet clay, fresh snow, rocky hillsides, or narrow vineyard terraces. This tractor handles all of them with calm confidence. Despite being tiny in size, the Mach 4R comes with a full agricultural transmission with 32 speeds, power steering, a strong hydraulic system, and a rear lift that can hoist more than 2 tons. And yet, it remains incredibly lightweight compared to any full crawler. Its narrow width, around 1.3 to 1.5 meters, lets it enter tight orchards, vineyards, and mountainous paths that no conventional tractor can reach. Perhaps the most shocking part? It can drive on public roads at up to 40 km/h. A tracked mini tractor, road legal, fast, stable, and insanely capable. If Batman owned a vineyard in Italy, this is the machine he'd use. Number 2. Goldoni E20. The Goldoni E20 is one of those machines that look harmless and adorable when parked, but the moment you see it working, you realize it is a tiny engineering miracle. This tractor is famous for being one of the world's smallest equal-wheel tractors, often measuring as little as 80 centimeters in width, narrower than some household doors. Its wheels are all the same size, an isodiametric design that gives it balance, stability, and traction far beyond what its size suggests. The E20 is built for one purpose: to work in places where even walking is sometimes difficult. Think of tight vineyard rows carved into hillsides, narrow orchard lanes bordered by delicate trees, rocky Italian terraces, and small vegetable farms where space is measured not in meters but in centimeters. The articulated steering lets the tractor bend in the middle, giving it a turning radius tight enough to maneuver in spaces too small for most lawn tractors, let alone real farm tractors. Under the hood lies a compact but hard-working diesel engine that provides more than enough power for mowing, spraying, cultivating, hauling small loads, and working between tight crop rows. Its low center of gravity and equal weight distribution make it feel planted, even on slopes or soft soil, where an ordinary tractor would tip or get stuck. What makes the E20 mind-blowing is that it behaves like a full-size agricultural tractor, PTO, 3-point hitch, hydraulics, and all, while being small enough to drive through pathways that barely fit a person. It's proof that sometimes the smallest tools are the most important ones, especially in specialty farming, where precision matters more than brute strength. Number 3. Reform Metrac H75 Pro. If you've ever driven through the Austrian or Swiss Alps, you'll know how terrifyingly steep some slopes can be. Now imagine mowing, haying, or clearing snow on those slopes, and doing it with confidence. That's exactly what the Reform Metrac H75 Pro was built for. This machine is one of the most advanced tiny hillside tractors ever created, designed for terrain where most tractors would roll over in seconds. Powered by a 75 HP Perkins diesel engine, the H75 Pro isn't about raw power. It's about perfect balance and incredible stability. Its low, wide stance, 4-wheel steering, and 5 steering modes, front, rear, all-wheel, crab and offset, give it unmatched control on steep ground. Whether it's moving straight uphill, across a slope, or diagonally, the operator can choose a steering mode that maintains maximum stability and ground contact. The chassis design is genius. A central frame that keeps the center of gravity low, combined with long travel suspension and specially designed hillside tires. Even when working on slopes approaching 40 degrees, the machine stays stable, planted, and predictable. It looks small and almost cute at first glance, but its abilities are so extreme that it won the Tractor of the Year Specialized Award, a huge recognition in the farming world. What shocks people most is seeing this tiny machine confidently mowing long, steep mountain meadows where humans struggle to stand upright. Municipalities use it for roadside maintenance, ski resorts use it for snow work, and mountain farmers depend on it for harvesting hay on land no other tractor can reach. The Metrac H75 Pro isn't just a tractor, it's a slope-climbing superhero. Number 4. Aebi Terratrac TT211. The Aebi Terratrac TT211 is a machine that defies gravity. Designed in Switzerland, home of some of the steepest farms in the world, this tiny tractor looks like a cross between a robot mower and an off-road buggy. Its purpose is simple but extreme. Operate safely on hillsides where an ordinary tractor would roll over instantly. The TT211 is compact, lightweight, and brilliantly balanced. Its chassis sits low to the ground, with the engine and drivetrain positioned to keep the weight distributed evenly across all 4 wheels. This design gives it a spider-like grip on slopes, letting it mow, rake, mulch, or snow clear on inclines that make most people nervous just looking at them. One of its most impressive features is the 4-mode steering system. Depending on the terrain, the operator can switch between front steering, rear steering, all-wheel steering, or crab steering. Crab steering is especially mind-blowing. It allows the tractor to move diagonally across steep slopes, reducing the risk of sliding and minimizing soil damage. This level of maneuverability is unheard of in traditional tractors. Even though it's tiny, barely over 3.4 meters long and under 2 meters high, the TT211 has the hydraulic power, PTO capabilities, and lift strength of a much larger machine. Farmers and municipal crews use it for tasks like mowing roadside embankments, clearing ski lift paths, managing alpine meadows, or even maintaining vineyards in steep regions. Its ability to quietly, calmly, and confidently work on slopes where standing upright is difficult makes the TT211 one of the most impressive tiny tractors ever built. It truly behaves like a mountain goat on wheels. Number 5. Valpadana 1430 HST Rev. The Valpadana 1430 HST Rev might be one of the smartest compact tractors ever created. While many tiny tractors focus on size or slope ability, this one focuses on versatility, and it does something no normal tractor can do. It allows you to rotate the entire driver's platform 180 degrees. Seat, steering wheel, pedals, controls, everything flips around so you can drive in reverse with the same comfort and visibility as forward. Why does this matter? Because front-mounted implements like snowblowers, flail mowers, sweepers, and hedge trimmers are easier and safer to operate when you can face them directly. With a normal tractor, you must twist your neck or rely on mirrors. With the Valpadana 1430 HST Rev, you simply rotate the platform and you're instantly facing your attachment. This tractor is tiny, only about 2.6 meters long and less than 1 meter wide, making it perfect for orchards, parks, greenhouses, vineyards, and municipal maintenance. It uses a quiet and efficient 3-cylinder engine around 26 HP, but the secret weapon is its hydrostatic transmission, which allows ultra-smooth control in tight spaces. Despite its small size, the tractor can lift over 600 kilos, power full-size PTO implements, and operate with precision in areas too tight for conventional tractors. When people see it in action, especially the moment the operator rotates the entire driving platform, it feels like watching a machine transformer in real life. It's tiny, it's highly functional, and it's brilliantly engineered for jobs where precision and visibility matter more than brute force. Number 6. Carraro Tigra 3800. The Antonio Carraro Tigra 3800 is one of those rare machines that defy expectations the moment you see it at work. At first glance, it looks almost like a toy, a small, narrow, low-profile tractor with rounded body panels and equal-sized wheels. But beneath that friendly design is a machine engineered for serious professional work in places where nothing else can fit or operate safely. The Tigra 3800 runs on a highly efficient 25+ HP Yanmar Stage 5 diesel engine, known for reliability, low vibrations, and excellent fuel economy. Combine that with a strong four-wheel drive system, oscillating Acetio time chassis, and a surprisingly sturdy 3-point hitch, and you get a tractor that can handle jobs normally reserved for much larger machines. In fact, despite its small footprint, the Tigra can lift nearly 1,000 kg on the rear linkage, an incredible figure for such a compact frame. Its size is the secret to its success. Only 1.08 meters wide, 2.8 meters long, and weighing around 1 ton, the Tigra slips into orchards, olive groves, greenhouses, parks, narrow farm lanes, and steep smallholder fields with ease. It's built low to the ground, which gives it excellent slope stability, making it ideal for small farms that deal with hilly or uneven terrain. What truly impresses operators is how big the Tigra feels when working. Hook a flail mower behind it, and it powers through thick vegetation like a much larger utility tractor. Attach a small trailer and it hauls heavy loads without showing stress. Use it for cultivating vegetable beds, and it maneuvers with precision that larger tractors simply can't match. The Tigra 3800 is a reminder that power isn't just about size. It's about smart engineering, perfect balance, and maximum efficiency packed into a tiny but tough platform. Number 7. Holder A60. The Holder A60 is a legend in Europe, not because it's huge or high-tech, but because it's tiny, rugged, and unbelievably capable for a machine built decades ago. This German-made articulated mini-tractor, first introduced in the 1970s, has earned a cult following among small farmers, foresters, and collectors. Many of these machines are still working today, proving how tough and ahead of their time they truly were. What sets the Holder A60 apart is its central articulation joint, which allows the front and rear sections to bend in the middle. This gives the tractor a turning radius so tight it can weave between trees, vines, or obstacles like a small forest animal. In dense woods, mountain paths, narrow orchards, and tight vineyards, this maneuverability is priceless. Underneath its compact frame is a reliable water-cooled 3-cylinder diesel engine, often producing around 25–30 HP depending on the version. While that may sound small, the A60's low weight, four-wheel drive, and mechanical gearing multiply that power, giving it surprising pull for logging, hauling firewood, or pulling heavy loads uphill. Originally, the A60 was often used as a mini skidder for forestry work. Its light footprint meant it could extract logs from tight woodland areas without tearing up the soil or damaging trees. In vineyards, its narrow width allowed it to cultivate between tight rows long before compact vineyard tractors became popular. Today, the A60 is cherished not just as a working tool, but as a piece of tractor history. It's a living example of German engineering that prioritized simplicity, toughness, and functionality over size. Decades later, this tiny tractor still blows minds, not with flashy features, but with reliability and capability that refuse to fade. Number 8. Pasquali EOS 6 4D. The Pasquali EOS 6.4 may not be as famous as some of its Italian cousins, but among farmers who work on steep, tight, and unforgiving terrain, this machine has a reputation of being a compact mountain goat. Pasquali has always specialized in producing tiny, maneuverable tractors designed for vineyards, orchards, terraces, and small homesteads, and the EOS 6.4 is a perfect example of that philosophy. This tractor is built around a compact four-wheel drive platform with equal-sized wheels, which allows for balanced weight distribution and exceptional traction on slopes. The design keeps the center of gravity extremely low, reducing the risk of rollovers and making it much safer to operate on inclines where normal tractors would struggle or simply be too dangerous to use. Power typically comes from a 40–45 HP diesel engine, which is more than enough for the machine's size. But this tractor isn't about brute force, it's about agility, flexibility, and precision. It can climb narrow terraced fields, squeeze between fruit trees, work under olive branches, and operate comfortably on hillside vineyards with extremely tight spacing. The Pasquali EOS 640 supports both front and rear attachments, giving it the ability to handle tasks like mowing, rotavating, spraying, mulching, and hauling with ease. Its hydraulic system may be compact, but it's strong enough to power full-sized implements for small-scale professional farming. For many farmers in Italy and Spain, the EOS 640 isn't just a machine, it's the difference between being able to farm their land or not. Its combination of size, stability, and strength makes it a tool perfectly adapted to Europe's historic agricultural landscapes, where modern full-size tractors simply cannot operate. Number 9. Goldoni Transcar 33. Few machines blur the line between tractor and utility vehicle as cleverly as the Goldoni Transcar 33. This compact transporter tractor is designed for mountain farming, forestry, and orchard work, where moving loads up and down steep or narrow pathways is a daily challenge. Instead of pulling a trailer, the Transcar carries its load on an integrated tipping bed, turning it into a mini dump truck with full tractor capabilities. The Transcar is powered by a 33 HP diesel engine, and though that may not sound like much, the vehicle's compact size and light weight make it incredibly efficient. The magic lies in its all-terrain drivetrain, which typically includes 4x2 or 4x4 options, low-range gearing, and powerful braking systems designed specifically for steep slopes. It can safely haul firewood, grapes, produce crates, hay bales, tools, or construction materials up mountain paths that regular trucks simply cannot climb. The load bed, which usually has a capacity of around 3 tons, can be hydraulically tipped to unload materials with ease. This eliminates the need for separate trailers and makes work much faster in tight or rugged environments. Farmers don't just use it for hauling. They often rely on it for spraying, harvesting support, feeding animals on mountain farms, or transporting equipment between terraced fields. What's shocking is how nimble the Transcar feels despite its load capacity. It can turn sharply, climb tough inclines, and maneuver through extremely narrow farm roads without losing stability. In regions like the Alps and Apennines, the Transcar 33 is considered indispensable. It's not just a tractor, it's a lifeline for farmers working in terrain where almost no other machine can operate safely. Number 10. Goldoni B1E. The Goldoni B1E isn't just a small tractor, it's a sign of where the future of agriculture is heading. As one of Europe's earliest compact fully electric tractors, the B1E is designed for vineyards, greenhouses, urban gardens, and eco-sensitive areas where emissions and noise must be kept to an absolute minimum. At first glance, the B1E looks like a typical small Goldoni tractor, compact, lightweight, and easy to maneuver. But once it starts operating, the differences are instantly clear. Instead of a diesel engine, it uses electric motors powered by a rechargeable battery pack, giving it silent operation, instant torque, and zero emissions. For greenhouse workers, city maintenance crews, organic farmers, and orchard owners, this makes the machine incredibly appealing. Because electric motors deliver full torque from 0 RPM, the B1E feels surprisingly strong when pulling loads, powering implements, or moving up small inclines. It supports standard PTO connections, either mechanical or electronically driven, allowing it to run mowers, sprayers, cultivators, and other small implements with ease. The lack of vibration and reduced maintenance needs also make it ideal for long working days where comfort and reliability matter. One of the biggest advantages is how quietly it operates. This allows early morning or late evening work without disturbing residents or animals. In vineyards and orchards, the absence of engine fumes protects sensitive fruit, flowers, and leaves, making it a favorite among high-end organic growers. The Goldoni B1E is still rare today, but it represents a massive shift in the world of small tractors. It's clean, efficient, compact, and built for professional use. Watching it work feels like watching the future of farming. Quiet, green, and incredibly capable. Tiny tractors, giant capabilities. These European machines may look cute, but they've proven they can take on jobs even big tractors struggle with. If you enjoyed this look at small but mighty farming legends, hit like, subscribe, and tell me which tiny tractor surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, because the next video dives into even more machines that prove size isn't everything.